Throughout history, games and sports have helped humanity to survive times of crisis by reducing anxieties and improving mental health. While the coronavirus outbreak has forced most gaming and sports activities to scale down, chess has demonstrated remarkable resilience, adaptability, and a very strong convening power in time of pandemic. Over the past few months, the overall interest in chess is reported to have doubled, with more players than ever coming together to participate in chess events that are being increasingly held through online platforms. Today, July 20th, is the 80th anniversary of the founding of International Chess Federation in France 1924. Since 1966, July 20th has been celebrated by chess players from all over the globe as International Chess Day. This year, it is celebrated as a virtual event and it will be attended by chess players, United Nations and government officials and other relevant stakeholders. The high-level virtual event will focus on chess for recovering better. Let's see what all are the benefits of playing chess.
You all know today is International Chess Day. I'm going to tell about chess importance of chess. Chess helps us to sharpen our mind skill and always keep them in the best condition. Chess helps us to enjoy the game and reward ourselves in a positive emotion that no other sports can. Chess helps us to travel around the world while participating in different tournaments. Chess helps us to get new friends. And even make a job from your hobby, get paid for something that you would gladly pay for yourself. And let's not forget it. It strengthens your character, harness yourself, develop plannings and other important things that we need in our life. I would say that if more people play chess, the world will become a better place. Thank you.
Hello everyone. How to play chess? Who doesn't want to be cool, intelligent and play chess like a pro? This game definitely stands out from everything else and has tons of admirers all over the world. So do you want to join in and learn the basic rules and even some winning tricks and techniques? Here it is. Let's see more about chessboard. A chessboard consists of 64 square pieces. There are files which are the columns going up and down pointing at you and your opponent and marked from A to H. And then there are ranks, the horizontally rows from 1 to 8. Thank you.
Rooks. Rooks are placed on the borders of the board, which are A1 and H1 for one player and A8 and H8 for the other. The best thing about the rook is that it can move any number, vacant square, horizontally and vertically. Knights. Knights are placed on square B1 and G1 for one player and B8 and G8 for the other. Unlike rook, knights can jump over other pieces and actually they are the only piece that can do that.
Bishops. Bishops can move over any number of free squares in a diagonal direction. Just like rook, they can capture an opponent's piece standing in their way by stopping on that piece of square.
You only get one queen, G1 for a white queen or G8 for a black queen. And she is the most powerful piece on the board. Basically, the rook and bishop combine. The king's place is one of the second last empty square, E1 and E8. The king is not as powerful as the queen and can only move one square at a time, horizontally, vertically or diagonally.
Today I am going to talk about pawns. Pawns is just like other pieces of chess, except it moves differently. Pawns take the rows from A to H2 for one player and from A7 to H7 for the other. Pawns move one square forward with one exemption. The first time they move, pawns can go forward either 1 or 2 square. Thank you.
To win and become a true chess champion, your task is to checkmate your opponent king. It may sound like a piece of cake, but it's way more complicated than you might think. Checkmate basically means putting the king in a position where he will be captured because he can't move or be protected by any other pieces. The more of your opponent's pieces you capture, the easier it will be checkmate. Just don't focus all your energy on this. Your own king should be properly protected at all times so that your opponent can't get him.
Here are some tips to win the game. Tip number 1. Pawns are stronger when they are together in chains to protect one another. Knights can control up to 8 squares, but when you put them near the edge, this number gets cut in half. Bishops are at their strongest when they are on the near long diagonals. They can control more squares. Rooks have the most power in open files. Tip number 2. If you want to make your own rules on the chessboard and be the main force of the game, try to control the center of the board. Your opponent can help you to do that. A D or E pawn is a great way to start. And they open at the center of the board. Thank you.
In passing this special capture move that a pawn can make. If you're playing with white, your pawn must be on the 5th rank for it, and it's the 4th rank for black.
Tip number 4. If a pawn reaches the far side of the board, which is 8th rank for the white and 1st rank for the black. Tip number 5. If a pawn reaches the far side of the board, which is 8th rank for black, it should be immediately replaced by any other pieces except for the king.
Tip number 6. To make the castling move your king 2 squares toward any of the rook over the king so it lands next to the king.
Today let's talk about the facts of chess. Chess is a mental game and it can possibly be finished in 2 moves. The longest game of chess has 5,949 moves. The word checkmate was derived from the Arabic word shamma, which means the king is dead. In 1280 in Spain, a new move was introduced where the pawn could move 2 steps instead of 1. Thank you.
Do you know, for the most time, a German doctor, Emanuel Lasker, retained the champion title that is for 26 years and 337 days. In 1125, the folding chessboard was invented. The players in their first year are known as rookies. Chess is also known as the game of kings, as earlier in the past it was just played by the noble and kings. A chess match between Ivan Nikolic and Goran Asovic in Belgrade in 1989 ended with a draw in the game, which was recorded as the longest official chess game and lasted 269 moves.
No doubt, this day celebrates the long history of chess and the role it played in the societies. Chess has broken several barriers, whether class, language, and culture. It's just simply 2 people sit down to play one of the most mentally challenging games in the world. Today, almost every city has 1 or more chess clubs to boost the game, fans, and admirers of this peaceful sport.